Well, we were just talking about this before the break. Two of Apple's investors, they're taking a bite out of child phone addiction, and they're warning the tech giant to take the lead in helping parents manage their children's devices. But is that really the phone maker's job? And is this really about protecting children? And joining me now is social media expert Kristen Rubin. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. Appreciate it.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
So let's just start with that question right there. I mean, who's responsible for determining how your child uses a cell phone?
So obviously, it's not Apple. I'll tell you that much, right? So it's the parents' job. The parents are responsible for how children use Apple's products, right? So putting the blame on Apple it's insane. I'm not sure why anyone would ever even think that they should be the ones responsible for it.
And that's the question. And before you go on from there, let's take a look at what the investors did have to say. This is part of their open letter to Apple. They say, we have reviewed the evidence and we believe that there is a clear need for Apple to offer parents more choices and tools to help them ensure that young consumers are using your products in an optimal manner. Now, the thing to pay attention to there is the investors, because for them, it's probably about money.
It is. And you know what? Listen, if Apple were to do anything, it would be a good PR move on their part. But should they? No. They really have no responsibility to do that. And the fact of the matter is, social media is here to stay. Smartphone addiction is here to stay, right? So you can either sort of get with the program and realize that this is where we're at now, and that's not going to change, or you can keep trying to say we need to do something to stop this. But it's here. It's who we are as a society.
Yeah, and here's what Apple had to say. We can show you that as well. Their response: Apple has always looked for kids, and we work hard, or they looked out for kids, and we worked hard to create some powerful products that inspire, entertain, and educate children while also helping parents protect them online. That's part of the problem from parents, because they use these cell phone devices to entertain their children so they don't have to pay as much attention to them, basically.
Exactly, and honestly, it's the parents who are also addicted to the smartphones, right? And they're on it even more than the kids are. So if you really want to fix the situation, understand your kids are going to have the phones, but teach them manners, right? Teach them digital etiquette. Teach them how to really look at someone and have a conversation, converse and communicate. Teach them when to put the phone away. Teach them how to do a good job interview with leaving the phone out of the equation, right? These are parenting skills that have absolutely nothing to do with Apple. Apple cannot parent your children. You can.
Right. So lead by example. Is there a certain amount of time that's appropriate for children to be on cell phones throughout the day?
I mean, that's a great question. I think maybe 2 to 3 hours would be great, but I also think you want to kind of put sort of barriers between that. And so at dinner, the phones are not going to be out, right? You put them in a box, and we're going to communicate.
That's a great idea. I can't stand that when you're having dinner with someone and they're like checking their phone.
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah, my dad, my mom, they're watching right now. My mom hates it when my dad does that.
Well, my mom is on the phone these days even more than I am, right? So I think, again, it's the parents that we have to look at as well.
Right, right. And what was that quote you said about parenting? You said
that it's the parents' responsibility and not Apple's. Stop blaming everything on them.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Great advice. Hopefully parents will listen to you. Appreciate it.